After the ball is over, after the skein is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Perfect. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 561. Today is Wednesday, July 5th, 2023, as we are recording. Happy 4th of July to those who celebrated yesterday. I am Marlisha, also known as Lady Fernico.
I'm Ty, also known as Franciscan Gypsy. Before we head into teas and stuff, I just want to let you know, today we're doing the computer form, just having a lot of pain in my in the knee. I dislocated a month or two ago?
Yeah, and also it's been a crazy morning.
Yeah, it's been a crazy morning, so it was just easier to do it this way.
Okay. So we want to welcome all new and returning viewers to the Fluent and the Woman Cave. If you're new, as always, we're glad to have you. If you are returning, we are glad to have you back. If you are new or returning and in the shadows and you'd like to get more involved or get notifications, please feel free to press the little subscribe button on your right. It's a little red button. And you can tap the little bell. You can determine how often you want to get notifications.
How hard do you want to tap it?
Be nice. And if you want to take part in the alongs and, we don't have giveaways too often, but when we do, if you want to take part in all that kind of stuff, you need to be a part of the group. And that's phnpodcast.freeforums.net, and that is in the description box below the video. I'm not sure how long this podcast is going to be because both of our jaws are bothering us today with the weather and such. And I apologize if you can't understand me very well. I'm still getting used to my guards. I have a night guard and a day guard. Right now I'm wearing the day guard. You can't tell, but it makes it...
She's doing quite well with it, though.
So I apologize if you can't understand me too well, okay? All right, let's move right along.
Usually we do what's in her mug.
Okay, in my Adagio tea mug, I think it's the one that Davina gave me with the tea.
It is.
I can't have that tea for another 6 months or whatever. I'm having decaf Nutella because one of the things that they told me when I started this is that I should limit my caffeine for a while, so that's what I'm doing. This is decaffeinated, and we'll talk about that later if we have time. This is a decaf Nutella by one of our friends over in Adagio. It's one of his blends. It tastes like chocolate. What are you having?
Oh, so I'm having first of all, it's Jane Austen in July for BookTube. So I'm using my Jane Austen mug. And in here I have
a spot of chocolate.
A spot of mott and chocolate, yeah.
My blend, that's how I know.
Because I wanted to say latza, and I was like, that's not right. And I couldn't pull it. Yeah, a spot of mott and chocolate.
And I have to ask my dentist if moderate caffeine is okay. Right now, I'm just doing no, trace, and low caffeine. Okay, all right, so that's...
And then, I told you what was in there.
Okay. We have a few alongs going on, but before we go into the alongs, I know you guys are waiting to hear who won what. So for I guess I'll do what this is because we have to talk about it anyway. The PHN Movie Night 2023 MAL is a year-long MAL, which means that we are pulling every quarter. We just finished the second quarter. To do this along, the projects can be knit, loom knit, or crocheted, woven, paper crafts such as journaling, origami, card making, things like that, drawing, things like that, okay? And it has to reflect the theme. The featured yarns and patterns are anything by Lady Fernico Creations, anything by Franciscan Gypsy Designs, and anything by Lollipop Girl Creations, which includes her yarn, which I think is Lollipop Girl Yarns. And all the remunerations of, multiple postings and everything is in the group. it has to reflect the theme regardless, okay? And there are multiple chances of prize if you use featured yarns or patterns of featured yarns and patterns. The hashtag is PHN Movie Night 2023 on Instagram. And thank you to the person who asked. You do not have to use the hashtag unless you are posting on Instagram, okay?
I mean, technically, you don't have to use it at all if you don't.
Well, no, if they wanted to be
yeah, if you
recognized.
wanted to, yeah.
Okay. Okay, now this time along, we had 2 winners for this quarter, and this time we had for the Felicia yarn, Renna, you won the Felicia yarn. Okay, so contact me with all your information. I know I have it. Contact me anyway, okay? Because then I know you saw it, and tell me what you won, the Felicia yarn, for the movie night, okay? And the second winner was I Know Who You Are, and she won this beautiful, it's a skein of mint, is this it? Yes, mint rain hand-dyed yarns, and this is absolutely gorgeous. So, I Know Who You Are. I need your name, address, and what you won for this along. This is the movie night. And you won this beautiful skein of blue and green multi-yarn, which is put out by Mint Rain Hand-Dye Yarns. Okay? Whoops. I don't want to have all that air in there. Okay, there we go. Now, that takes care of those winners. Arthritis, cardiac, dysautonomia, no winners for this one yet because it just started, okay? And this is July 1st to September 30th. All the rules are basically the same, but the colors that we're interested in, the colors that you need to have in the projects are, let me see if I can find it here. Red, okay, shades of red, shades of blue, shades of purple, shades of teal are eligible for prizes. Pink is considered to be a shade of red, okay? So that needs to be in there. The featured yarns and featured patterns are the same as I just mentioned. Multiple postings are the same. So all you have to do is look in the group, okay? And this is just to foster awareness, cardiac information, dysautonomia information, and arthritis, okay? The hashtag for this one is PHN ACD 2023, okay?
If you had ACDC.
Yes, I know. I was thinking about that too. Tortoise versus Hare has started. Okay, so we all know Tortoise versus Hare. This is Laura Concert's baby. She asked us to co-host, which we have been doing since its inception.
Yeah.
I
think she started it.
She started it because of your patterns.
Yeah.
And so she is doing this. What did she say to put the?
Oh, Mom,
I can't remember where she said to put the projects.
I think it's on our Zoom call, but
I can't remember what she's. Yeah, we'll have to get back to you on where you put for her because she's not podcasting actively right now, so I'm not sure where she's taking her pictures.
I'm not sure if we ever settled it.
No, she said when she was going to do it.
I wonder if she said after I left.
Maybe. I want to say it's like on her Instagram or something, but I'm not sure. So we'll have to get back to you on that, or you could contact her directly and ask her where she wants those offerings, not offerings, projects.
Entries.
Yes, entries. That's the word I was looking for. Entries. And you must be a member of both our groups, okay, to do this. If you must be a member of whatever group you're putting the project into.
Yeah.
Okay, and follow the rules for that group. Laura is wide open, from what I understand, for what she's accepting in terms of anything that's turtle or bunny related. We're pretty open for this one as well because it's her along. So basically, anything that you do that's turtle or bunny themed is going to be accepted. Yeah, and the hashtag is Tortoise versus Hare 2023. Okay, autism awareness. This one is over. Thank you for participating. All the bright colored things were fun. The winner for the pattern donated by Pat, thank you, Pat, is I Know Who You Are. Okay, you can win multiple times if you participate in multiple alongs. You just can't win multiple times in the same along.
Right, exactly.
So I Know Who You Are, contact Pat, who is Looney Hiker, and tell her which of your patterns you prefer, and she will get that to you. Okay, thank you, Pat, for your generosity. And then Renna won 2 skeins of yarn. One is a scrubby blue, and the other one's a sock, which is opal. So Renna, you won the other skeins. So put in lots of projects, and you get a chance to win. So yes, so we love seeing all the projects, and this is for Renna. So Renna and I Know Who You Are, congratulations. And all of the rest of you, we love all your projects, and we look forward to seeing what you win next time around, maybe. Okay? Okay, so that's that.
So you have more projects, so it's your turn.
Okay, let's see here. All right. I didn't work a whole lot on this one. What bag is it in? My Angel's bag. Okay. This is my film noir shawl. You know I love this. It's just I have other things going on. It's been about the same place forever. And like I said, if I really wanted to, I could just stop, but I won't be happy with it if I do that. So, Miss Babs and Dragonfly Fibers in this. So it's basically what you saw last week, but it is, I did do a few stitches on here during the podcast. And if I can find my starting point, I will do some more tie. Don't fall asleep on me. Okay?
I'm closing my eyes because there's a little bit of a headache I have right here.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, that's it. This is no real difference on this particular project simply because I haven't really worked on it much. But I love it, and when I finish with this one, I'll probably put another one on the hook because Ty will probably want another one if I don't find a color that I want to use for myself.
Because I was thinking of one that has more green in it, because this is more blue. I have all ideas.
I've got a green one upstairs. My green one. Okay, I wear it a lot too. I need to make a blue one for myself.
Yes, you do.
But okay, so it's your turn.
Okay, so in my little skein in the big wool bag, Velveteen Rabbit, I have in here my Starburst socks. These are the Vanilla Cream socks by K.F. Jones of Baker Bears fame. First sock has been done for a while. It has highlighter for the cuff, heel, and toes, and the main color is Flamingoing Pie of the Pool. This is a Lollipop Girl Yarns pattern, not pattern,
Set.
yarn set.
Yep.
I don't know why I said pattern. Yarn set. And the cuff, heels, and toes for this one is Pinkalicious.
Very cool.
So yeah, I mean it's a vanilla sock. There's not a whole lot to show other than.
But that's what's so nice about having that striping the way it is.
Yes,
you know?
it is. But it just means that when I show it, unless if I've gotten to the heel or something, people aren't going to necessarily notice a difference unless I've made like huge, like where the point
Right.
where it's very little and now it's obviously a lot.
Right. Okay, well, let me see what's next for me. Get this out here. Okay. Put this here. Because I'm going to take full advantage of the fact that I can work a little bit on some of these projects while we're podcasting because I might not get to work on them during the week.
Right.
Let's see. Like that. Okay. My next one, okay, is thank you to whoever it was who said they liked my strawberry shortcake baby blanket. I'm glad that you like it. It's a lot of fun to work on.
I think that was Rena.
No, I didn't see Renna's.
Oh, okay, because there was one that came. Oh, you know what? You're right. Rena mentioned the circus
I think
yarn.
it might have been Paula. I'm not sure. Anyway, this is in my Silver Shed USA. I believe it's my extra large 10-year Potiversary bag, and this was made by Anne Brady. I forget what her Brody. I forget what her new name is. I can't remember. Garnier, I think. And I think this time she really is closing her shop because she was destashing her fabric.
I thought she was in it last time too.
No, she didn't. She just destashed all her bags. This time it's like she was going through all her fabric. So this is haven't made a whole lot of progress on this either, but I did do a little bit, and the yarn is ice yarn, and it's worsted weight. It's really, really soft. It's got a little bit of a halo to it, which means that if you make a mistake, it will stick in terms of being hard to get undone. But it's fun to work with. It's really nice on your hands. And sometimes it gets fiber in my nose because it's fuzzy and it makes me itchy. But it's a nice yarn. It's not going to be.
It's like when you work with alpaca.
Yeah, it's not going to be like, it doesn't hurt your hands or anything unless you're allergic to it. It's it's just, but that's, I don't really have anything to say about this because you've seen it a gazillion times. It's a Cerebel scarf pattern that I'm making into a blanket, and this is by Sarah Sweetheart. So,
Okay, in my Erin Lane Bunny Butts bag is, as you can see,
Laura gave you that.
yes, Laura did give this to
We
me.
lost the picture.
No, it's fine. It's still there. It does this. It's really annoying when it does this, but it's still recording. What I need to do is just put
Yes.
this on here, so it doesn't stop recording. It's doing it the whole time. It happens to me when I'm recording booktubes all the time.
Right.
Cute little faces on the inside. So cute. And this is the Bombers Hooded Cowl. It's made using the Thorns Hooded Cowl pattern. It is a free pattern. I'm doing, I think this is version 3 that I'm doing.
I have to take mine out and start working on it as soon as I finish something.
Just, some work on that.
Is that the same one I'm working on?
You're doing
Three?
number 2, I think.
I don't know.
Because
I
you
have the
wanted the
one-
longer one.
Yeah.
I went with the same one I've been making.
Okay.
So yes, that's really all to show about that. Oh, this is Miss Babs Yowza in the colorway Squash Blossom. So my favorite Miss Babs colorway.
My favorite Miss Babs colorway has changed, or
Ooh.
actually it's
Morphed.
morphed. Yeah, I still like this. It's in the same family.
Mm-hmm.
It's just got more blue to it because I've always liked the federal blue, and that's what that slate blue gray. It's kind of a federal blue. Okay, in my which bag is this in? Oh, yeah, this is the bag that Laura made for me. It has my name on it, and a crochet hook, and a heart yarn, and then
Mine's in the
knit
other
work
room.
on the back. And this, I love this bag. It's sturdy. I worked on this until I felt it was long enough, but I think it needs to be blocked. So I don't want to unfold it too much because then I have to refold. I don't want to get tea on it potentially. So this is the blanket. It does need to be blocked, and I am going to have to put a border on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think working the other blanket has given me an idea how to do it. I don't think I'm just going to go continuously around. I think I'm going to do it as a log cabin.
That works.
And that way I can say, okay, I'm going to do 7, 7, 7, 7,
Mhm.
or 10 or whatever. And I know how much I'm supposed to do.
Makes it.
So this one's almost finished, which is good because the wedding's in September and it's coming up faster than I imagined. So yeah, this is my bare yarn, my bare necessities. And so I'm probably going to have to order some more so I can finish the border and everything. But
Mhm.
and it's a bulky yarn. That's all I have to say about that.
Okay, so in my Knit for Brains teapot bag that Laura gave me is
Because Laura spoils us.
the Log Cabin Love pattern by our very own George, 10 Hours or Less.
Yes.
And I did add another color. So we'll see if I need to pick up a little bit more of this color because now my colors are getting longer.
Right.
And I know what this is shepherd's wool. So
That's really pretty.
it adds another dimension to this just because we've had what feels like very autumnal. I mean, I know we have blue in the center, but this feels very different than the rest of it.
Yep.
Um,
That's the fun thing about this kind of a blanket.
It is. It is. And I still have quite a few colors. It's going to be a nice size lap blanket, which is what I wanted. It's nice to work on it because it does cover the lap. I already started the hearts for this log here. The hearts will also show up very nicely in this color, the way it doesn't necessarily in some of the darker ones. But yeah, I do like the way it's turning
very
out.
pretty.
had to keep an eye and see if I have. I think I must not have had enough in the size I needed of like purples and stuff, because that would have been a color that I don't have in here. Because I already have reds. I'll be adding like pinks.
Gee, I wonder who has purple. That's not a hard color for me to dye up. I have a lot of purples.
Yeah, I'm trying to think because I have a mixture of worsted and I think most of them are worsted.
Depending on the purple it is.
Yeah, this is all worsted. That's right. Because I've tried to at least stick with his yarn. That's why I have not as many choices. 'Cause I don't work with worsted that much.
Right. Well, I have worsted, so.
This is like. But yeah, I know I'm also gonna probably have to pick up. I think I end up going through one in a little bit of the red one for this. This is Nipix. Yeah, I had picked that up for some sort of color work project. And it's not too expensive to pick up another one if I need to do it to finish a log. If I do that though, I might look and see if they have a couple different purples, so you don't have to dye something, and you can save your worsted for the shop. And besides which, you need to dye up your yarn for your socks.
I was thinking about that, but first I have to put the thing out to block. And I need to stay as far away from that as possible when I'm dyeing yarn. I would really rather it be dry before I. But
so that's it for this project.
Okay.
I'm happy to have a new log.
all right, in my this is actually a new project. I don't think I've showed this. In my Silver Shed USA large, 2X large, I think.
Oh,
that.
I don't know. I have no idea.
This is my home. Is where the heart is, and the people on Zoom saw this, but I don't think anybody else has.
No, I don't think anyone else.
This is right now. It's all Expression Fiber Arts yarn. So, this is how far I've
that's
gotten so
working out
far. I'm waiting for more yarn to come in from Expression Yarns Fiber Arts yarns. They have a sale. It's the only time I can buy things from her because she has some really steep sales. So I'm waiting for that to come in.
I like how this worked out.
And I was
Makes me think of
told
a candy
I was
cane.
told that this is more of a courthouse steps as opposed to a log cabin. I think that's what Christina said it was. I'm not sure. Christina can correct me if I'm wrong. But I think it's going to be modified because right now I'm doing it this way, but that doesn't mean I'm going to stay this way with the two on each side.
Right. Huh, so that's what George's is.
Yeah, so, and I'm going to be, I don't know, maybe I'll stay with this. I was going to go to the single crochet for the next logs, for the rest of the logs. I'm not sure now. I really like the way it's turning out. I don't even know the colorways in this because this is the same thing that I'm getting from her now, that's coming in. It was an oopsie. And so there's no colorways on it.
Right.
And so I can't get any more of it. So, so I like the way this is turning out. It's going to be pretty. This is going to go on my bed. My husband and I have, old blankets like his mother-in-law made when we got married, that I made when he was overseas. That was a little thin thing that was made for a single bed. And we need a new one. Oh, I was going to say that in the middle of this, I don't know if you can tell. Can you tell what that pattern is? I bet you can say it in unison. That's the Surabel in the middle there. Okay. So yeah, I'm enjoying this. If I like it enough, maybe I'll make another one and see if I can write up a pattern.
Yeah.
Because I have some ideas what to do with that. Take care of that. I don't want to work on this now because I'm waiting for the yarn to come in.
Right. Okay. So that takes me to my final project. This one's also a new one. Let me bring it up so I know what it is.
What are you doing down here, MPKC?
Okay, so this is in my medium PHN anniversary bag. And the project is one from Ribbler, and it's called Mini Bunny. I call him Little Washy because I started working on him while listening to George Washington book.
So cute.
So he's really cute. He's made
Is
with
it bad that I immediately thought of Firefly?
Firefly doesn't have.
Wash?
That's true. I was thinking of what's the name of the cook in
Wishbone?
That's who I was thinking of. I don't know why I said that. I don't know why I thought of that first, but yeah, no, you're right. Wash from Firefly is more accurate. So I just grabbed some leftover JC Brett, and let's see.
I can't imagine how big that would be, how small that would be if you did it in a different yarn,
Yeah,
because that's bulky.
yeah. So here's one leg, two leg, three leg, four, one ear, and I have to work on the other ear. Then I get to go to the body. As yet, there's been no stuffing, and the ears get seamed off right away. So, there it is. So once I sit there and do it, it doesn't work. It doesn't take that long to, work up. I wanted to start a bunny, and
Yeah, we wanted to participate this year.
yeah, I've actually felt like participating this year, and I have a few patterns in Ribbler that I.
So do I, but I can't get to them, so Ty has to help me with it.
Yeah.
In my, are you done?
Yes.
In my Lollipop Girl Yarns bag that Laura gave me the last time she visited, I love it, is another new project. And this is Butterfly the Baby Turtle. And I started this, this is one day's worth of work. So I'm almost ready to start the bottom of the shell. So this is in worsted yarns. This will be a little bit bigger than Chompy. The pattern is one that I used before. Over there, Chompy.
Oh, because they did the same as Chompy.
Um,
Chompy's so cute.
So I showed Daddy Chompy that was adorable. I'm gonna need those little eyes though.
Yeah,
This is
I have some because I have them set aside that I was using for my bunny too.
That's the
I have a
pattern.
bunch of them.
So yeah, this is only like about 45 minutes worth of work.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's the same thing for mine. They can probably be buddies.
because I thought about taking out Talia's turtles, and I was like, I need to be able to pay attention to that because I'm doing the face and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to just do something that doesn't require so much attention.
Yeah. Well, I have a feeling with this site, my bulky collection is going to grow.
Oh, me too, because they have Ribbler seems to have a lot of bulky weight yarns.
Which should
patterns.
actually be kind of fun because it feels like it's going quickly.
Yeah.
And also, you can see.
Right.
But that's all for projects. I don't have any FOs, do you?
No.
Okay, so then that leads us on to yarn. No yarn? Not chop yarn, just yarn in general.
No, not yet.
Okay, and then I did some journaling. It is more for book 2, but I wanted to show it because it is journaling.
It's pretty.
I started with a really small cover for this one. Basically, I do the cover. I write a little because I'm not very organized when I do my booktube, and I was trying to organize my thoughts. I was like, oh, I just might as well, make it come somewhat pretty. So I write the title. I try to sketch the cover or something similar to it. I write when I finish it, and then a bunch of notes and a star rating. It's basically what I'll end up putting into Goodreads or whatever. So basically the same format. There's a couple times where I was like, yeah, I'm not drawing the figures. Other times where I went way into detail.
Depends how you feel.
It depends on how I feel, or like if I feel like I can't represent it without having the figures.
Right.
The big thing with the ones from the Countess of Harley mysteries is the text is so stylized that I feel like I can get the feeling across with just in the color
Right.
and the text. And then that one there. So I did actually quite a bit during the time period because I was trying to make sure I got in all the books that I had finished since the last time I did a booktube video. And then I can just jot down notes for the ones I'm currently reading, and I'll actually be organized instead of like, okay, where was I? And
If you hear any noise in the background, Davina's moving around.
oh,
She might be doing laundry or something.
she might be. Although all my stuff's there, she might be doing her list.
Oh, that's right. I completely forgot to say it was Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let me just.
So yeah, just
this stitch
some
here.
unexpected journaling.
My journaling, I've been wanting to journal, but I haven't
Well, this isn't true journaling. This is, organized thoughts for book 2 journaling.
I don't know if I messed myself up with this.
I generally don't work on toys when I'm podcasting just because of exactly that. Is that still marked properly, like the first round?
Well, that's what I'm saying, because I put this in to mark the place where I was at.
Do you want to see where the beginning is?
Yeah. It's one of those two places.
Usually, this one looks like it would be the beginning. Just double check. If you can unattach
That
it.
makes sense, because
That's what that looks like. It
Because-
looks like that one's the beginning.
actually, if I'm going around this way,
You're going this way.
no, I'm going this way. Yeah, so this is the beginning right
That's
here.
what it looks
Yeah,
like.
okay.
Because it usually has a bit of a zigzag where you start.
Yeah.
Because it's a spiral.
Well, it makes sense, because the one I come up on would be the one I came up on first would be the one that was the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Okay, let me just mark this one off. Okay. Here for now. And this yarn, I'm not even sure what it is. I got it from Hobby Lobby, and I've used, this yarn I actually used for the bottom of
Are
Choppy.
those cotton?
No,
Okay.
they're acrylic. They're in my cotton area because they fit there.
Because of size.
Yeah.
Well, they
Okay.
also have the cotton look. Like it's the shape the way they're cotton yarn.
Well, you see the yarn right there on the bottom, in the bottom right,
Yeah, I see it.
the green and the multi. That's what I did Chompy out of.
Huh. Yeah, I see it now.
He's not made out of cotton. Oh.
And I don't know what this is.
Oh, that's Rena's prize. I need to put that back in with her stuff. It's right here for the time being. Okay. Stash enhancements?
Yes, that should be it. So
I was gonna show the crucifix, but we waited a day to do the podcast for things that Mike had to take a picture of Talia for the church directory, because she can't go to the church, and so he did that, and we didn't want to compound it then and have the podcast. So
Yeah.
the crucifix is up on the wall, the cuckoo clock's up on the wall, but the cuckoo clock is going back. So we can go ahead with the rest.
So let me show what I was again another project because I had a couple times. I guess it was last week.
Project.
Well, it goes with this. I had to show what this goes with.
Oh, right, gotcha.
So I think it was last week, maybe it was the week before, where I was having so much problem with TMJ that I couldn't sleep laying down. So I was looking for patterns that would help prop me up a little bit better. And so I went to Ribbler and I found a giant Pop-Tart. And so I went for the yarn that they asked for, which was Bernat blanket. So here's the actual Pop-Tart color. And then I had ordered two. I kind of really wanted this one more than the pink, but I ordered the pink as well just in case, and then they ran out, so it worked out. You know those purple Pop-Tarts that have like the blue icing on it too? This is kind of what I was going for by choosing this. And then I'll grab random yarns to make sprinkles, you know. Although that Pop-Tart doesn't usually have sprinkles.
It has that.
Yeah, and the other colors in here are representing that, so
It'll work.
yes. But yeah, this is fine. I just went with the yarn that was recommended when I saw that all of it was going to be single ply anyway. So I checked the knit picks first. Because I don't, if I can go non-acrylic, I do.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, if it's going to all be single ply, I'll just go for the one it calls for.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. I have a couple books because, and we'll if we have a little time for personal, we'll go into this a little bit more. But I've got two books. My husband told us about one of them, and I found the others. So we got both of them. This one I got for free was something we gave something back, so I had money in the account, like the pug dog.
Yeah.
that's a reference to
Life
Father
with
Knows Best.
Father. Life with Father.
Yeah. So this one is how to make anything gluten-free. Now, Brittany and anybody else who's really interested in this kind of stuff, they have how to make everything gluten-free, and they also have options for a lot of them for vegan, vegetarian, and dairy-free.
Oh, it's kind of like that one book that I picked up. I forget which book it was, where it does this exact same thing. It was a spiral. It was another gluten-free book, and it would say, oh, it was the bread one. It was the bread machine one. That's right, where it would say vegan,
Right.
dairy-free, whatever.
I mean, some of them you can't do a whole lot, but the majority of them you can do almost everything. You can. I'm trying to find one. Like this one has it's hash brown breakfast cups. Okay, there's no picture for this one. I just noticed that this has a couple. This one has dairy-free option, vegetarian option. I don't know what low food map means, but and they have low lactose as well. So they tell you how to do all those things, and some of them will have 2 options or 3 options or 4 options. Most of them will have at least 1 option, but not all of them. Like this one here, baked porridge has dairy-free option, lactose-free option, and low food map option, but not vegetarian because I'm not sure why. But in any event, you have lots of different options. And look at the pictures that they do have are absolutely gorgeous. The other one, I haven't even looked at this one yet because it came in and I haven't had a chance to look at it. And this is how to bake anything gluten-free. Some of them are repeats, but most of them are not.
You're going to get that sometimes when you have things for the same people.
Yeah, I mean, we've got breads in here, donuts, essentials, donuts, right? I mean, really, donuts are essentials. Christmas pudding, I'm not sure. Dairy-free, use a hard dairy-free butter alternative. Okay, so this, I mean, so you don't have to necessarily miss out on everything. And I'm hoping that they taste good because it will really open things up for us to be able to.
Even though we know that Mom and I might end up having to have our own separate, which means just means we get to try things that the other 2 pickies won't have.
Yeah, yes, we have very picky eaters in this house. But,
So it just frees things up.
yeah, Manchester tart. So I'm looking forward to doing some of this. I can't do it right now with my job, but I'm
Well,
looking
we're
forward
going to have to look more at the soups.
and things like that. But so that takes care of that.
And I need to try the bread machine again at some point. Even I just hadn't felt up to like standing after that long for, just to have the bread not necessarily work out.
Right. So we can do a little bit of personal. This is a short podcast because Ty is not quite up to speed, and I'm not wanting to talk too much more. So what we're going to do is going to thank the people who want to leave because they're not interested in personal. And that's fine. We're glad to have you with us for whatever part of the podcast you're interested in. So, but before you leave, we want to thank the people who commented in case one of them wants to leave.
Yeah.
I want to thank Wendy, who is MacGyver, Kara, Meditative Crafter. I'm not going to put the numbers because I just Meditative Crafter 9347, Paula, Looney Hiker, Christina, Brittany, and Rena. Okay. Thank you very much. If I didn't see you, like when I haven't answered you because yours popped up just as we were starting to get ready to podcast, I mean I answered everybody else. If you want to go now because you don't want to listen to personal, that's fine. We hope to see you back here next week. Oh no, not next week. Before you leave, we will not be podcasting next week.
Yes.
Ty's got a full week retreat at home.
Yeah, it's on Zoom.
It's all week, so we won't be able to podcast next week, but we will be back the following week, God willing. Okay. All right. So we'll give them a couple seconds to go, and then we'll give them a couple seconds there. Okay, they should be gone by now. Yeah, the jaw issues.
You're now using the day and night guard.
I have the day and night guard, and with the day guard, it's very difficult to eat. I can't eat a lot of things. It's a challenge to eat. I'm finding things that I can eat, but because the guard, and I want to take it out and show you because it's gross. It's a guard. You can't even see it on my teeth right now, but it's a little higher than my teeth are to relax the jaw, and so it's difficult to eat. You don't have a feel for the food, so you can't. It's hard to chew because anything that's like steak or gummy bears or anything like that'll be hard. You might choke on it. So I don't eat that kind of stuff right now. So my meals are basically things that are soft, soups. I haven't tried stews yet. Shepherd pie, smoothies. Which I haven't done yet, but I'm planning on getting some so I can switch them out because it's so hot here that having a soup. I had a soup yesterday and it made me really overheated. So because it's so hot, and then I have a protein drink because a lot of the options don't have meat because meat is chewy. So
Right.
I'm fine. I'm getting my food in and all that. It's just a radical change. They want me to go as gluten free and dairy free as possible to ease out the inflammation, the caffeine that I mentioned earlier, and lower the sugar, which I'm trying to do. I won't be doing it completely. I told them I'm not a vegetarian, and unless it's strictly necessary, I would prefer not to be a complete vegetarian. And they said no, they don't expect that. So I am doing what they tell me to do. I am pushing a little the limits to see what I can do, but I will do what they tell me. So, and I have the night guard, which is completely different. I got upper and lower, and there's a little thing in the middle, so it keeps your mouth from closing, so your jaw can rest. I also thank God I can breathe that way,
Yes.
But you are now going down that road.
Yes, I'm gonna have the night guard because I actually had trouble sleeping. I think it was the week before last. Just because it felt like it was sliding, and it was actually very uncomfortable. So I had trouble sleeping because of that. And so I'll be having the night guard.
And it may be different from mine. I don't know if it will be the same.
Right, because my problems are slightly different because they are compounded by the Ehlers-Danlos. So whereas things are just tight for her, I also have a looseness that just comes with the nature of Ehlers-Danlos, which sounds really contradictory, but it's true.
And the arthritis that I have can make it difficult to know sometimes if it's working, but it's two different takes on TNJ.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but yeah, it's all good. But it's doable. We can handle it. God's taking care of a lot of that for us, so we're not worried about it. It's a little frustrating sometimes. I can't stay for the reception for my brother from another family's wedding because I don't want to be sitting there not being able to eat anything. So, because you can't expect them to alter their menu for one person.
Right.
And I can eat fish because it's soft.
Well, that makes sense.
So, but yeah, that's it for personal stuff. Oh, my mother-in-law passed away, and my husband will be going to the funeral in the next few days, and we thank everybody who gave us well wishes for that. No Zoom next week because, as we said, Taya's got a retreat
Well,
going
Zoom
on.
it would be next week anyway.
Not Zoom,
Podcast.
podcast. Because she's got a retreat all week, but we will be back hopefully the following week. And we want to wish you all. Do you have anything to add?
I think people can tell I've got a headache, and I don't know if weather's coming in. My knee's bothering me. The one dislocated.
My jaw's
Getting
fine.
old.
My jaw's doing a little better, but not much. So,
That's actually part of why we set up the way we are, just because I didn't feel like getting up and down to set up with the fact that standing and walking is a little bit is painful.
before I forget, I want to thank the people who commented on my
Yes.
yarn saying they liked it. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Makes me happy. Hopefully, we'll be in the shop in the next few days. I got to get the last two or three skeins reskeined, and I can take pictures and put them up in the shop.
Completely.
Okay, so yeah, that's it, right?
Yep, that's it.
Okay, we're really glad that you came to join us for the Fun in the Woman Cave. We hope you have a very blessed week. Well, 2 weeks full of knitting, crocheting, and whatever it is that makes your heart happy. We hope to see you for the Fun in the Woman Cave
2 weeks.
July 18th or 19th. This is the Hook and Needles podcast, episode 561, and that's a wrap.
Bye.